It ain't a Harley, but it's available. This is a 2022 Indian Challenger Dark Horse. This is a bike we took in for trade that is available to purchase. Now, real quick, we're gonna go over a few of the specs that I was able to look up on this bike. The bike is liquid cooled, has a 108 cubic inch motor, putting out 128 foot-pounds of torque. It comes with Brembo brakes. It has a 6-gallon gas tank. It has 3 ride modes, which are rain, standard, and sport. It has this 7-inch touchscreen display. The previous owner upgraded the exhaust system to these Reinhardts, and it's a bagger. So we're gonna take it for a ride and talk about how she feels on the road. All right, so let's get her started up. The way you start up the Challenger is to press the power button right there. Same way to cut it off. So let's hit that button, and you're greeted to this 7-inch display. You see it says Indian Motorcycles there. Looks like this bike only has 2,943 miles. All right, looks like the navigation screen is loading up and we are good to go. We're gonna go ahead and crank her up. You press this down halfway to prime it, and then you press it in and it'll crank up. And I do want to let you know that those Reinhardt exhausts that are on here sound pretty good. All right, and we are off. Alright, so what we're going to do here today is basically just talk about how she feels, how the bike feels on the road, go over the ride quality and some of those attributes. Again, I'm not 100% familiar with Indian motorcycles. It's very rare that I'm on an Indian motorcycle. Well, that's kind of cool. It looks like you can raise and lower the windshield with this button right here. Trying to figure out how to switch between modes, which I have yet to find out. It does not look like there's a quick button that I can find on here to switch modes. Let's go. So we're currently in sport mode, and we'll just see how that feels throughout the ride. Now let's see how the bike handles. It feels pretty solid in the corners, and the suspension does feel pretty good. I'm really not feeling anything from the road at this point. All right, let's see how she feels when shifting. So we're in first, going from first to second, second to third, third to fourth. All right. It feels good. It feels good. It kind of has a little bit of that clunk feeling that you get from how the Harleys used to be when you're going into gear. But some people like that. I actually like it myself. I like when I feel my transmission shifting into the different gears where I can get that feedback or that positive reinforcement. And the bike feels pretty stable at speed as well. Comment down below, from all of my Harley riders, what do you think of the styling of this Indian Challenger Dark Horse? Let me know, what do you guys think? Do you prefer the look of this motorcycle, or do you prefer the look of the Road Glide? You got a little bit of storage here as well as there. It looks like there is a lighter or AC plug right there for you. As far as how your gauges, your cluster looks, it's okay. It's not really backlit as far as looking at the mileage and your fuel. You probably can see it better at nighttime. But again, this is a touring motorcycle that you are able to ride cross country, do some serious touring on. You've got storage via the saddlebags, and the seat is quite comfortable. Now, I am 6 feet tall, about 230 pounds. And as far as how I am sitting, I am in a upright seating position. The bars are right about, probably right about shoulder height, if not maybe an inch or two below shoulder height. And it feels comfortable as far as the seating position. You have floorboards, so you are able to adjust your feet, and it feels roomy here in the cockpit. This bike also has a backrest that I'm leaning against that feels quite comfy. Looks like the bike just disengaged the rear cylinder. I guess it's because I'm at a light, and it's to help keep me cooler. It sounds a little funny when it does that. I thought something was wrong for a moment, but I just noticed that on the dash. And when you give it a little gas, it re-engages immediately. All right, and we are off. Let's test out the acceleration here. Okay. She definitely has plenty of acceleration. So the bike doesn't lack in power in any way, shape, or form. All right, from a dead stop, let's get up to 55. There we go. And 55. So yeah, the bike definitely has plenty of power and performance. And it feels good on the road. As far as the suspension, it definitely feels solid. The throttle response, it is there. And this is a solid pre-owned machine. It's rare that we have anything but Harley-Davidsons, but this bike is in such great shape. We're offering it to the public so that way someone who may be looking for something a little bit different than a Harley-Davidson has that option here with this Indian Challenger Dark Horse. And I'll have to say, it's a pretty decent motorcycle. Feels good on the road. Everything feels planted. And the bike actually rides pretty good. With not being too familiar with Indians, I could not figure out how to change the modes here, so we didn't get to go through all of that today. But if you're interested in this motorcycle, it is currently available. Swing by the dealership for a demo. If you're out of state or something like that, definitely give us a call at the number listed below. Follow us on social media, and definitely let us know, what do you think of this Indian Challenger Dark Horse? We'll take one more quick walk around. Let's get her in neutral. There we go. And I'm gonna show y'all now, if you press this button, cuts it off. But yeah, this is the Indian Dark Horse Challenger. I'm not sure if you can see that blue flake in there. Looks like you get full LED lighting around the front. You got LEDs in the rear. Let us know what you think of this pre-owned unit. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Like and comment below. Make sure you hit that bell notification so that way you're notified of all future Harley-Davidson content. And we'll see you in that next one.